Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the TSSG channel. My name is Waynell Henson, and on this channel, typically I do share content that is based on and or inspired by the Sunday school lessons serving the international and legacy communities. But from time to time, I also come on and just share tips and information on real life, and I always like to pass along helpful information if I believe that you can benefit from it. So if you found this video today because you're like me and you were working today, minding your own business, and maybe in the last hour, you got an email, you probably went immediately to see, is this real? Is this real? This day last week, I was home for a holiday break in Kansas City. And I was one of many of the thousands of passengers who received a notification that my Southwest Airlines flight had been canceled. And like many others, it took me several days to sort of figure out how I was going to move and what I could do because the airline was not flying. And I know that last week was a very, very tough week for the airline. I actually made a post about it just because I don't understand all that went on, but I know that hard things happen. And I was not one of the people who, dogged the airline or really came down on them, because I do have an affinity for the airline. They are they are pretty much my favorite. I have a close second, but Southwest has been my airline of preference for more than 20 years. And so my commentary, even in my social spaces, was really about the fact that we are so quick to cancel people and, move them to the side when they do one thing wrong. But I can't lie, like Southwest has been good to me. I've got a more than 22-year flying history with them, and I appreciate the brand and what they do. This is not a sponsored video in any way. This, again, is really to answer, maybe you got the same email that I got today, and I immediately wanted to know, is this email real? Now, this airline has spent, the last week trying to scramble to get things together. And I even said in my post last week, like, this is bad. They are going to have to figure out what it looks like to rebuild credibility with both their employees, I'm sure their shareholders, and at the end of the day, people like me, people like you, they're going to have to rebuild credibility with customers, with consumers. And so I think they're on that journey. The email that I got, and I'm going to go directly to my email, mine came today at 12:07 p.m. 12:07 p.m. The subject line is a message from Southwest CEO Bob Jordan. And again, whenever I get emails like this, I am always mindful of looking for fraud or things, because these are times that, like, my dad would call them bad guys. Bad guys get kicked up and they're looking for your personal information, etc. But this is a real email. I've actually done my own research, and I'm grateful that CNN has already posted to confirm that many passengers are receiving this same email. I'm going to show you. You might not be able to read this, but essentially it says, on behalf of Southwest Airlines, I want to let you know we're so sorry. Our purpose has always been to connect our customers to what's important in their lives. And this holiday season, as you made plans to do with us to do just that, we fell short. For that, please accept my personal apology. Southwest experienced a unique combination of events, and they go on to explain what those were. Let me get to the good part here. I know that no amount of apologies can undo your experience. For those who have requested refunds, reimbursements, and or are waiting to be reunited with lost bags, those processes are being handled with great urgency, and we appreciate your patience. Additionally, and here is the give of the day, additionally, please accept this gesture of goodwill, which is $25,000. Dollars. That's not it. That's not true. 25,000 rapid reward bonus points. Again, that the gesture of goodwill is 25,000 rapid reward bonus points. And I know some people may listen to that and say, the question I asked, first of all, was it real? Yes, this is real. And then there are some people who will grapple with, well, is it enough? Well, that answer is going to vary by person. If depending on what this cost you, or if it was time with family, time off work, you had something important scheduled, it may not feel like enough. But I certainly am grateful for the acknowledgement of sort of what took place last week. In fact, I took a few minutes to look at today, like, what do I think a really great apology looks like? What is that? And there were 4 things. I found a 4-step apology. And I think for me, there are lessons that we can learn from watching their experience and thinking about how we have to, confront things when we have not met the mark. And all you can do is apologize, take responsibility, figure out how you're going to bring a resolution to someone, and then ask for their forgiveness. And in my opinion, it doesn't change anything that happened last week. It doesn't give us back time. It doesn't give us back those things that we missed, but it does take responsibility, and it acknowledges that they did not make the mark. So those 25,000 bonus points. The other thing I want you to know, if you got that email, now I will say this, and I don't know what all of that stuff takes behind the scenes. There is no legal advice that is offered in this video at all. This is my personal experience. I will say that they've made it a little, I don't know, I'm not gonna call it tricky, but I will tell you that there is action that is required on your part. So I know that this is sort of an eye chart. It does not just go into your account immediately. And you need to know that there is action that is required on your part. So to claim your bonus miles, you will need to visit this website. They give you steps to it. They give us steps, and we will need to follow to this website. That was the reason that I went out to see, is this real? Because anytime I have to click in an email and go to an external environment, I am always concerned about my personal information being captured. But they literally give you a code for your points to be claimed. All that has been redacted from this email that you see here in the video. And let's just say I'm a party of 1, but say that you were a family of 4. You have 4 codes for the 4 people that were on that itinerary. And so I just want to say that I don't know that it's enough. And you say, well, what is 300 or 25,000 points? What's that going to do for me? That's somewhere around $350, $375 worth of points. So I can say for someone like me, to be honest, 25,000 points is probably going to be one really great trip for me, or it'll get me home to Kansas City from Dallas twice. So I can acknowledge that. I can accept that from Southwest Airlines. And I already told y'all last week that I was not writing them off. I'm not canceling Southwest Airlines. I got flights scheduled this month, and I'll be back because I know that these things happen. And it is my hope that they will be able to hurdle what took place last week, and that they will be able to get back on the good foot. And more than anything, that they will be better for what happened, and that they will be stronger. So again, the main reason I wanted to go live was if you got this email today, and let me say this, I understand that this is sort of a rolling thing. So it's some customers have received this today, but go look. If you had reservations last week, go look in your email. Go check your email. Look for the subject line, a message from Southwest CEO Bob Jordan. If you don't see it in your regular email, check your spam, but keep your eyes open. It is kind of easy to miss, especially where we may already kind of be in a space of, oh, another message from Southwest Airlines. Oh, what do they have to say now? This is a good one. Do not miss what is being offered here. And again, with the offer, the acceptance of the offer requires you to take that additional step by going to the website and putting in the code that has been given. There is a limited time for these points to be claimed. The email indicates that points must be claimed by March 31st of this year. So let's just call it 90 days to accept the points. And the points don't have, according to this email, they're not in lieu of reimbursement. If any of you are going through that process, I know it's not fun, but do what you need to do to get your reimbursements, whether that is on, your rental cars, your meals, all those other things that they're committing to that I'm not that familiar with. Because I bless God that even though I was inconvenienced, I was right at my mama's house. So I had a washing machine. I was good. We had leftovers. We went out to eat a few times. It was fine. There were groceries. So I'm so grateful that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So, oh, thank you so much, Sister Brooks. And hello, Sister Beverly. So again, check for the email. If you were a traveler last week on Southwest Airlines, check your email, get your points. This is like somebody giving you good stuff today. So go ahead and claim it. And that's all I got. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And I will see you back in this space for real Sunday school stuff. Y'all have a good one. Bye.